Exam breach detected in 2025 NSC marking process. Department investigates Pretoria leak. A breach in the marking process of the 2025 National Senior Certificate Examinations has been confirmed by the Department of Basic Education, prompting urgent investigation and action to safeguard the integrity of the exam results. The department said it identified the breach through its internal monitoring and oversight systems during the marking of the Matric papers. This detection triggered immediate protocols and led to a media briefing by Basic Education Minister Siviwe Gwarube, who addressed the situation and outlined steps being taken. Marking of the 2025 NSC scripts began on December 1st at marking centers across the country, with more than 50,000 markers working to complete the process. Early in the marking, markers in Gauteng noticed an unusual similarity between a candidate's responses and the official marking guideline in English Home Language Paper 2, which raised a red flag and initiated standard protocols for further investigation. Investigators then interviewed learners whose scripts had been flagged and later expanded this to additional candidates potentially linked to the irregularity, identifying a total of 26 learners who admitted to having prior access to question papers and marking guidelines that should not have been available to them before the examination. The investigation so far has found that the breach involved a small number of subjects. Learners had access before the exam to English Home Language Papers 1, 2, and 3, Mathematics Papers 1 and 2, and Physical Sciences Papers 1 and 2, along with their marking guidelines. The leaked materials were circulated through a USB storage device and appear to be confined to 7 schools in a specific area of Pretoria, with no evidence so far that the breach spread nationwide. Department employees implicated and suspended. During her briefing, Minister Gwarube revealed that the breach has been traced back to within the Department of Basic Education offices where exam papers are set. Evidence suggests that a department employee with access to the materials shared them with another DBE staff member in the examinations unit. Both officials have since been suspended pending further investigation. The matter has been reported to the South African Police Service for potential criminal investigation, as the possession and distribution of state examination materials without proper authorization is considered a criminal offense. To ensure transparency and thorough investigation, the department has established a national investigative task team within 24 hours of detecting the breach. This team includes representatives from Umalusi, Universities South Africa, teacher unions, the South African Qualifications Authority, DBE officials, an independent chair, and a private forensic investigator. The team's mandate includes confirming the source and extent of the breach, identifying all learners involved, recommending measures to protect the 2025 results, and suggesting long-term improvements to exam security. Investigative marking, verification of scripts, interviews, statistical analysis, and comparison of exam marks with school assessments are among the methods being used to understand the full impact of the incident and ensure that honest learners are not unfairly affected. Umalusi, the official quality assurance body for national exams, has been formally notified and is reviewing the preliminary report from the department before making its own assessment. The department has assured the public that no results have been finalized and that certification processes have not yet begun. A preliminary report is scheduled to be submitted to the National Examination Irregularities Committee on December 29th, followed by a final report on December 31st. Results are still expected to be announced on January 12th, with release to candidates on January 13th, 2026. Minister Gwarube emphasized that the breach affected a very small portion of the nearly 1 million candidates who wrote the exams, and there is currently no indication of widespread systemic issues. She said the incident demonstrates that South Africa's multi-layered exam system is capable of detecting irregularities quickly, and that the responses shown by trained markers and quality assurance protocols worked as intended. The minister also urged learners to uphold integrity and reminded the public that honest effort is reflected in the value of the NSC qualification. She stressed that learners implicated in the breach will be treated individually and fairly according to established procedures. Here's a historical context of exam breaches in South Africa. South Africa has previously experienced other exam breaches that highlight ongoing challenges in exam security. In 2020, a major incident occurred when the Matric Mathematics Paper 2 and Physical Sciences Paper 2 were leaked before writing, circulating widely on messaging platforms. 2 people, including a printing company employee, were convicted for their role in that breach, showing the serious legal consequences of exam leaks at any stage. In early 2025, the department and law enforcement also investigated allegations that official Matric results were being sold early through a private service, exposing weaknesses in data security after marking and before official release. At the same time, each exam cycle often sees rumors or claims of leaked papers on social media, many of which the Department of Basic Education has publicly dismissed as fake, underscoring the dual problems of misinformation and legitimate threats to exam integrity. Unlike these past incidents, the 2025 breach was detected during the marking process, proving that even strong pre-exam security cannot fully prevent breaches if internal controls are compromised. This latest case reinforces the need for vigilance at every stage of the exam process, from paper setting and storage to marking and results release. For these and more news, stay tuned to Empress News, where we drop it like it's hot. Don't forget to like and subscribe,